AP News.
Come on down to 72 Auto Supply, your local CarQuest dealer right here in Bunker. We've got everything you need from high-quality auto parts to livestock feed, rugged heavy-duty equipment supplies, and tools to keep your operation moving. All of the staff here at 72 Auto Supply want to extend a big congratulations to the Bunker High School class of 2025. Congratulations! Your community is so proud of you.
No matter how safely you drive, you won't get very far without good traction, and good traction starts with good tires. Hub's Tire Center at 801 South Main Street in Salem has the right set of tires for you, whether you drive a pickup, SUV, crossover vehicle, or whatever you drive. Hub's Tire Center will help you find that perfect tire for the driving experience you want. Hub's Tire Center would like to congratulate the Salem and the surrounding school districts' graduating classes on all you've accomplished, and now you will continue to achieve great things in the future.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather situation. Today will be sunny with a high near 72. Northwestern winds will be 7 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 21 miles per hour. Then tonight, we expect mostly clear skies, low temperature around 43 degrees. Northwesterly winds continue tonight 5 to 8 miles per hour. They'll become calm after midnight. But before calming down, those winds could gust as high as 18 miles per hour. Tomorrow should be sunny with a high near 71. We'll have a light and variable wind tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, showers are likely mainly after midnight with mostly cloudy skies and low temperature around 51 degrees. Chance of precipitation tomorrow night is 60% with new rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch being possible. Calm winds become southeast around 5 miles per hour after midnight. Then Saturday, showers are likely mainly before 1 in the afternoon, with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 66 degrees. Southeasterly winds will be 6 to 9 miles per hour, and our chance of precipitation on Saturday is 60%, with new rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch being possible. Then Saturday night, showers are likely, and the chance of precipitation is 90%. Now, some of the storms Saturday night could produce heavy rainfall. Then Sunday, showers and maybe a thunderstorm. In fact, chance of precipitation on Sunday continues at 90%. Our high temperature will be near 64 degrees. Then Sunday night, showers and possibly a thunderstorm with cloudy skies, low around 54. Monday, which is Memorial Day, showers are likely with thunderstorms also possible during the afternoon, with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 66 degrees. We do have a chance for showers Monday night with mostly cloudy skies, low around 50 degrees. Then Tuesday should be partly sunny with a high near 67. We expect partly cloudy skies Tuesday night with low temperature around 47 degrees, and Wednesday should be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 72 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
When I close my eyes at night and visions of yellow nutsedge sprouting in otherwise weed-free soil appear in my mind's eye, I know I've spent a lot of hours hoeing in the garden. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. It's also hay season here, so the smell of freshly cut, tedded, raked, and baled hay tickles my olfactory nerve as I doze. My slumber is filled with the music, or is it music, of calves and mama cows separated for weaning. Life on the farm certainly stimulates your senses. I know my muscles remember when I buck small square bales onto the wagon bed, and my back won't let me forget the hours spent bent over hoeing those darned nutsedge plants. But as dog-tired as I might be when I go to bed at night, the sights, smells, sounds, and even the tastes of the day can't seem to call it quits. I've always had a pretty good sense about people, too. Sadly, those of us in agriculture need to use every one of our senses to guard against the self-appointed experts on how we grow our crops and raise our livestock. I don't believe there is one right way to farm. Every acre on every farm is unique. Every head of livestock on every farm is unique. Every steward of the land and livestock is unique. If you are going to get the most out of every asset, your best bet is to pay attention to that uniqueness. You're sure to learn something from talking with and observing how other farmers farm. Sometimes what you learn is that there is no way in the world their farming practices would work on your farm, and that's okay. What is not okay in my book is placing judgment on another's practices if they are indeed stewarding the land, livestock, air, and water, but doing it differently than you. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Taking the first step to reach out for help can be difficult. 988 is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're struggling with depression, a substance use crisis, or any other crisis or challenge, 988 provides confidential support whenever you need it. You don't have to face your struggles alone. Take the first step. Call 988. Your mental health matters. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
When it's time to choose a residual herbicide for your soybeans, you need broad-spectrum weed control that lasts. Zidua Pro and Zidua SC herbicides by BASF give your crop up to 2 more weeks of residual weed control, providing 50% more control than other Group 15 residuals. The long-lasting herbicide portfolio protects your soybeans from even the toughest weeds while providing a steady growing environment for the entire season. Talk to your retailer today about adding Zidua Pro and Zidua SC herbicides to your 2025 plan. Always read and follow label directions.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz from the Country Top 40, and you're officially invited to the hottest hangout in country music this weekend. We're going to be counting them down together, track by track, to see if Blake Shelton is still riding high at #1 with Texas, or if someone else just stole the spotlight. All the hits, all the stories, all the way to #1, right here on the Country Top 40.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
A light round of direct cash cattle trade and cash hogs ended the day mixed. Good morning, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report, brought to you by Propane. The Propane Farm Research Program offers compensation for using propane equipment. More information is available at propane.com/PFRP. There was a light round of direct cash cattle business that developed on Wednesday. Dress deals on the north were at mostly $360. That's $2 higher than the previous week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. Look for more business to develop over the balance of the week. At the Ozarks Regional Stockyards in Missouri, feeder steers were steady to $6 higher, and heifers were steady to $3 lower. Steer and heifer calves less than 700 pounds were unevenly mixed from $6 lower to $6 higher. The USDA says demand was good and improved throughout the day. The supply was heavy and the quality was above average. Medium and large one feeder steers 502 to 545 pounds brought $387 to $399. Feeder steer 600 to 617 pounds brought $350 to $377.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers 552 to 596 pounds brought $316 to $330. Boxed beef closed higher and sharply higher on very good demand for moderate offerings. Choice was up 84 cents at $359.49. Select was $332 higher at $348.28. Estimated cattle slaughter was 120,000 head, up 1,000 on the week and down about 3,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed mixed with a moderate negotiated run. Processors were able to move needed numbers without having to get too aggressive in their procurement efforts. Global demand remains relatively strong, but the industry is watching how long it takes China to resume purchases following its hiatus. There's also optimism domestic demand will see a boost from summer grilling season. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct closed $1.90 higher with a weighted average of 95.30. The Iowa Minnesota was $2.29 lower with a weighted average of 91.63, and the Western Corn Belt closed $1.65 higher with a weighted average of 95.56. Pork values were lower, down 48 cents at $100.04. Bellies were sharply lower Wednesday, and estimated hog slaughter was 485,000 head, down 1,000 on the week and up nearly 1,000 on the year. At the CME, live cattle were up and feeders were lower, watching direct business develop, and lean hog futures ended the day mixed on spread trade and ongoing questions about demand. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Veltima fungicide outyields the competition by an average of 7 bushels per acre. But you've never been average. The only competition that really matters is you versus you. And with the performance of Veltima fungicide from BASF, you can take your best results even further. Beat your own record. Get every bushel you deserve. And make this your best season yet with Veltima fungicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Mental health affects us all. It doesn't discriminate based on age, gender, or background. It's a universal experience that touches every aspect of our lives. If you're struggling, don't suffer in silence. Reach out to 988. They're here to listen, to support, and to guide you on your journey towards healing. You're not alone. Call 988. Your mental health matters. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 50 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Gladys, Charlene, that's Gladdy, Charlene, Joe, George, Meade, formerly of St. James, passed away Friday, April 18th at the age of 82 years. Memorial services for Joe Meade will be Saturday, May 24th at 1 in the afternoon at the St. James Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Joe Meade will also be on Saturday from 11 in the morning till service time at 1 o'clock. Entry will be at the St. James Cemetery. And all arrangements for Gladdy, Charlene, Joe, George, Meade, formerly of St. James, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. Marilyn K. Scheib, age 77, of Fenton, Missouri, passed away Monday, May 5th. Memorial services for Marilyn Scheib will be Tuesday, May 27th at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel, with visitation for family and friends also Tuesday morning from 10 until service time at 11. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery, and all arrangements for Marilyn K. Scheib of Fenton, Missouri, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Leona Faye Fries, age 83, of Salem, passed away Sunday, May 18th. A celebration of life will be held Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock at the Salem Full Gospel Church. Burial will be in the North Lawn Cemetery at a later date. And all arrangements for Leona Faye Fries, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 50 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website over the weekends. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. A rural Dent County man is facing multiple felony charges after allegedly firing an AR-15 rifle at two utility workers early Tuesday morning, injuring both, and later telling authorities he believed he was the victim of a conspiracy. According to the Dent County Prosecutor's Office, 49-year-old Jimmy Shane Hornet was charged with 2 counts of second-degree assault, armed criminal action, possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and unlawful use of a weapon while in possession of drugs. The charges stem from an incident that occurred around 4 a.m. the morning of May 20th near his residence on South Highway 19, south of Salem. Deputies responded after Intercounty Electric Cooperative reported that 2 of their employees had been shot while working to restore power following storm damage. The men were reportedly sitting on a company ATV in a neighboring driveway when gunfire erupted. According to the probable cause statement, Hornets fired 3 rounds from a Delton AR-15. The bullet struck the ATV, and metal fragments injured one worker in the knee and the other in the ear. A medical exam later confirmed that one victim had metal fragments embedded in his leg, while the other had a superficial wound consistent with a burn from a bullet fragment. Initially, Hornet told deputies he had fired the weapon into the air to scare off people he claimed were harassing him. During a later interview, he admitted to possibly hitting the ATV. He claimed the shooting was accidental and denied intent to harm anyone. Earlier, Hornet also made claims alleging that local residents used cloaking devices, night vision goggles, and even an armed child to harass him and steal his cattle. He denied recent methamphetamine use, though deputies reported dilated pupils and bloodshot eyes, and a urine test later returned positive for methamphetamine and amphetamines. A later search of his camper uncovered methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, and 4 additional firearms, including pistols and a revolver with the serial number removed. Investigators also recovered large quantities of ammunition in various calibers. On May 20th, Judge Nathan Kelsaw issued an arrest warrant citing that Hornet posed a danger to others. The court set bond at $500,000 with strict conditions, including drug testing and no contact with victims. Hornet appeared in custody within 48 hours and was read the charges and his rights during his initial court appearance. A request to reduce bond was denied, and Hornet remains in custody at the Dent County Jail. Charges set forth in a criminal complaint are only accusations and do not constitute proof of guilt. Every defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. A bond hearing is scheduled for June 3rd, 2025 at 10 o'clock in the morning. The City of Salem's Finance Committee will be holding a workshop this evening in the old City Hall Auditorium located at 202 North Washington Street at 6 o'clock to discuss the draft budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. This meeting is open to the public. The Salem RE District Board of Education will be meeting in the boardroom at Central Office May 23rd at 12 noon. After the call to order, approval of the agenda, and consent agenda, the board will adjourn and move into executive session to discuss personnel. Merrimack Regional Community Foundation and the Phelps County Community Foundation are now accepting grant applications to assist Phelps County residents and organizers recover from the March 14th tornado that impacted Phelps County, including the city of Rolla. Local governments, school districts, churches, and 501c3 nonprofits serving Phelps County are eligible and encouraged to apply. Individuals are now not eligible to apply but can receive assistance through an eligible entity. Applicants may apply for up to $10,000 in funding. Eligible projects include but are not limited to providing humanitarian aid such as food, shelter, medication, etc., housing assistance, storm-related housing and building repair, transportation assistance, storm-related behavioral and mental health care, debris removal, and other storm-related unmet needs not covered by other resources. All projects must have a connection to the March 14th tornado in Phelps County. To apply, go to grantinterface.com/process/apply space URL KEY equals sign CFO Ozarks grants. Over $95,000 in donations have been collected to assist with these recovery efforts. All grant decisions will be made by a review committee comprised of members of MRCF and the PCCF. Donations are still accepted for the Phelps County Disaster Relief Fund at http://cfozarks.org/Phelps. These donations are tax deductible and go directly to support relief efforts in Phelps County. For additional information, contact Merrimack Regional Planning Commission Executive Director Bonnie Prigge at 573-265-2993 or via email at bprigge, that's BPRIGGE, at merrimackregion.org. Help us honor the men and women who have served or are serving our amazing country. The Missouri State Fair is accepting nominations for veterans or active military honorees of the day. 11 veterans or active duty service members from Missouri will be chosen from the nominations and honored daily in a military flag retreat ceremony sponsored by Capital Materials, Starline Brass, and Retrieving Freedom, to take place just outside the historic administration building on the fairgrounds. Individuals can be nominated using a form available on the Missouri State Fair website. Please fill out the form as thoroughly as possible. The panel of judges will use this to select the 11 honorees. Additional space may be used. Nominees must be Missouri residents and available to attend one of the 11 days of the 2025 Missouri State Fair, August 7th through the 17th. Once a nomination form is complete, it can be mailed or emailed to the Missouri State Fair Marketing Office to be entered into the selection process. The deadline to submit nominations is May 26th of this year. The Missouri Department of Transportation has announced another extension of an allowance for heavier than normal truckloads of rock, sand, and gravel on Missouri highways for flood relief, levees, and other public infrastructure flood repair. The waiver allows private and for-hire motor carriers to haul up to 10% more than their licensed weight on Missouri highways. The waiver will remain in effect through June 30th of this year. While the waiver is in effect, participating motor carriers must abide by the following limitations. A loaded gross weight is not to exceed 10% above the gross licensed weight of the commercial motor vehicle. The waiver applies to transportation of rock, sand, and gravel only within the state of Missouri. Drivers must obey posted bridge weight limits. When crossing a bridge, the driver must restrict the vehicle speed to no more than 30 miles per hour. Travel under this allowance is only allowed on non-interstate highways. Those taking advantage of the weight allowance cannot operate on any portion of the interstate highway system. Drivers can check the Traveler Information Map at traveler.modot.org for up-to-date road closure information. The Missouri House passed an invasive plant bill May 15th, just one day before the session adjourned. Senate Bill 105 now awaits the governor's signature, and that will end the sale of 6 plants in Missouri, helping to reduce the negative impacts of invasive plants in the state. The Missouri Invasive Plant Council, MOIP, thanks Representative Sassman and Senator Bransketter for their leadership. The many citizens who contacted their Missouri representatives and senators in support of the bills. The numerous groups, including the Missouri Cattlemen's Association, Missouri Municipal League, Missouri Stream Teams United, and the Conservation Federation of Missouri, who advocated for the legislation alongside MOIP and the Missouri Prairie Foundation. Missouri legislators who supported the bill, and Kina Iman, CFM lobbyist who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to build support for the bills in the Missouri Capitol. Missouri Governor Kehoe has until July 14th to sign the bill into law. The law will halt the sale in Missouri of 6 invasive species: Sericea lespedeza, burnish bush, also cultivar compactus, Calari pear, Japanese honeysuckle, perilla mint, and winter creeper, the variety coloratus. The implementation date for the legislation is August 28, 2025. And that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and more degrees. For more information and learn more about those additional degrees, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Mizzou encourages you to eat smart like a tiger. Brighten your plate with vegetables that are red, orange, or dark green. Try cucumbers, carrots, or radishes. Find more tips like this at muext.us/eat smart like a tiger. Funded by USDA SNAP.
Let's meet the Town and Country Bank lending team. Andrew Wynn, Sammy Parker, and Doug Barnes. They're here to help you achieve your financial goals with personalized lending solutions tailored just for you. Whether you're looking to buy your dream home, expand your business, or pursue any other financial endeavor, the Town and Country Bank is committed to guiding you through every step. Stop by one of their 2 Salem branches and discover what hometown banking is all about. Town and Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402782.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA Feed.
We are MFA.
This is Glenn St. Paul Jr. with Classic Joyride in Salem. Have you been looking for a pickup truck but can't find what you want? Check out the trucks at Classic Joyrides in Salem with rollback prices. You can save thousands. Also, we have a lot of cars that get great mileage, and your trade is worth more at Classic Joyride. Come by and check them out today. All prices sell, and we pay cash for used vehicles at Classic Joyrides. Next to Country Mart in Salem. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 5:30 and Saturday till noon. Or online at ClassicJoyrideUsedCars.com.
From the city of Bunker, a word to the wise for the graduating class of Bunker High School. Believe in yourself. Stay strong. Never give up. Be grateful. Work hard. Stay humble. Be kind and keep smiling. The world is yours for the taking. Good luck and best wishes from the city of Bunker. And remember, Bunker will always be your home. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
In the heat of summer, nothing satisfies like an ice-cold glass of Red Diamond tea. Red Diamond is available in sweet, unsweet, and with Splenda, and is packed with natural antioxidants for a healthy lifestyle. Brewed from all-natural tea leaves and ready to drink, Red Diamond has a taste that just can't be beat. Not too sweet, just right. The way folks in Missouri like their tea. We guarantee you'll love our tea or your money back. Now that's refreshing. Find it in the dairy case or ask for it by name. Drink fresh. Drink Red Diamond.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Aiden Drew Summers of the Salem Tiger Golf Team competed in the Misha Class 3 state tournament and placed a respectable 33rd place of 92 individual competitors and third among his freshman peers. Congratulations, Aiden. St. Louis Cardinals played the Detroit Tigers yesterday afternoon and fell 5-1. A Wilson Contreras single allowed Victor Scott II to score in the bottom of the sixth for the Cardinals' only run of the game. The Cardinals lose the series 2-1 and have today off. Kansas City Royals wrapped up their road series versus the San Francisco Giants yesterday afternoon, going up 8-2 after 5 innings and finishing the day with an 8-4 victory. They're headed to the Minnesota for tomorrow on Friday to play those Minnesota Twins. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with Major League Baseball, where it's off days for both the St. Louis Cardinals and Kansas City Royals after wrapping up series yesterday. The Cardinals dropped their series finale with the Detroit Tigers by the final count of 5-1. The Cardinals dropping 2 of 3 in the series against the team with the best record in baseball, skipper Ali Marmol.
Definitely not the result we wanted, but I would say we matched up well against that group. I felt like that's a good lineup. Good roster overall, and it was good to size up against them and see kind of where we're at. I think our guys handled themselves extremely well.
The Cardinals through 50 games set at 27-23, back in action tomorrow night at Busch Stadium, the opener of a series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Kansas City Royals picked up an 8-4 series finale victory over the San Francisco Giants at Oracle Park yesterday. The Royals picking up a win on a bullpen game as 6 relievers combined for the victory. The offense stepping up with 16 hits and 8 runs, skipper Mac Quattaro.
Regardless of who we had pitching, it's important against a pitcher like Webb. I mean, that guy's one of the elite pitchers in the league for a long time now, and to put quality at-bats together on him early in the game and knock him out of there ultimately was huge for our confidence.
After today's off day, the Royals are in Minnesota to start a weekend series with the Twins tomorrow night. To football in the UFL, where the St. Louis Battlehawks getting set for their matchup at San Antonio tomorrow. In the NFL, no changes to the playoff seeding. There was a proposal in front of the Owners' Rules Committee that would change it, but no vote was taken yesterday on changing it for 2025. One other rule proposal that got a lot of attention, that banning the tush push, was voted down by the owners, so it remains a legal play. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Protect your livestock from black vultures. Get your depredation permit from Missouri Farm Bureau. Davin Altoff tells us how.
So if a producer sees a black vulture on their farm, I would highly encourage them to reach out to us at Missouri Farm Bureau. There's two ways that a producer can reach us. We have an email address, blackvultures@mofb.org, blackvultures@mofb.org, or they can reach us at 573-893-1417. 573-893-1417. I process the application and try to get them an approval letter as quickly as I can. And once they receive the approval letter, that is their permit in hand for them to be able to activate. That means they have the ability to take up to 10 black vultures.
The permit process is free, quick, and easy. Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov. agriculture.mo.gov.
In this special time in your lives, and as you get ready to start the next step of your life, Louis, Beth, and Misty at Taxmasters would like to congratulate the Salem and the surrounding school district graduating classes on what they've already achieved and what waits for them in the future. The best of luck, and may God be with you, each and every one of you. Congratulations from Taxmasters at 107 West 4th Street in downtown Salem.
Stay tuned to KSMO. I've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in 1 minute, and that'll be followed by your latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Brownfield Ag News has a new podcast that focuses on the latest advancements and breakthroughs in the agricultural sector. This weekly podcast features interviews about cutting-edge technologies, practices, and research that are transforming farming and food production. Each episode delves into the latest developments in the field, offering insights into how new innovations are reshaping farming, improving efficiency, and addressing global challenges. The program aims to keep agricultural professionals, researchers, and enthusiasts informed about the rapidly evolving field of agriculture. By highlighting new technologies and practices, it helps listeners stay ahead of industry trends and make informed decisions about adopting innovations in their own work. The Innovations in Agriculture podcast is available in the Agra America podcast directory or wherever you get your podcasts.
With News on MissouriNet, I'm Marshall Griffin. Missouri is waiting for the federal government to decide on its request for federal aid due to storms that tore through the state in mid-March. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley says he wants clear communication from FEMA for tornado victims in Missouri. U.S. Homeland Security Director Kristi Noem says reforms are on the way.
That's been the biggest challenge of FEMA in the past, is just the delayed response. People are counting on the assistance and it never comes through. And the paperwork is too complicated for an individual many times to complete on their own. They need help and assistance.
Missouri is temporarily suspending regulations to allow storm victims to continue to get their prescription drugs. And Missouri's hot weather law kicks off in less than 2 weeks. From June 1st through September 30th, investor-owned utility companies are forbidden to cut off power to residential customers for non-payment of utility bills when the forecasted temperature is 95 degrees or higher, or the heat index is projected to hit 105 degrees or higher. This is MissouriNet.
88% of Missourians buckle up because we know these roads come with surprises. Other drivers, deer, hidden dangers. And if you skip the seatbelt, if you don't click it, you can be pulled over and you will get a ticket. Who has time for that? We've got stuff to do, places to be, people counting on us. So we buckle. Every trip, every time. For whatever lies ahead, we buckle. This message brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to find a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Research to discover more effective treatments for the 1 in 285 children in the U.S. who will be diagnosed with cancer. Children's Cancer Research Fund is a national nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood cancer. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
KSMO Salem. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.